Hey everyone! So you're getting ready for the ICSE Class 10 Geography exam, right? Well, you've come to the perfect place. We're about to lay out a super clear, strategic guide that's going to help you absolutely crush that 2026 paper.
All right, let's just get right into it. The geography exam. With all its maps, tricky data, and super detailed questions, it can feel like a lot. I get it, but you know what? Our goal today is actually pretty simple. We're going to take all that confusion and turn it into a crystal clear roadmap for you.
And listen, there's no guesswork happening here. We're going straight to the official stuff, the CISCE specimen papers. Think of them as our guide. We're going to break down the entire exam structure for you, piece by piece, so there are absolutely no surprises on exam day. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start by understanding the exam blueprint, then dive deep into mastering topographical maps and acing the map of India. After that, we'll get into winning with MCQs, and we'll wrap it all up with your ultimate study strategy. Let's go.
All right, first section, understanding the exam blueprint. You got to know the rules of the game, right? Seriously, understanding the structure is step number one for success.
So the whole paper is worth 80 marks, and it's split into two parts. Now, part 2 is where you get some choice. You attempt 5 questions. But part 1, that's completely compulsory. No choices. Those 30 marks are non-negotiable. And honestly, that's where we need to build a rock-solid foundation from the get-go.
Next up, mastering topographical maps, the compulsory challenge. And believe me, this is where that foundation really begins. We're talking about the very first question on the paper. It's not just about reading a map, it's about reading an entire landscape.
So you're going to get a piece of a survey map, an extract, that looks something like this. And your job, you've got to analyze it, really understand all its little features, and then answer some very specific questions about what you're seeing. This is a huge visual skill, and it's absolutely critical to get it right.
For example, you can bet you'll be asked about something fundamental like the contour interval. What is it? It's simply the difference in height between those squiggly contour lines on the map. Knowing this helps you figure out how steep a hill is. Seems simple, right? But it's a super critical piece of the puzzle. So, what do you need to master? Think of this as your to-do list. You've got to nail those 6-figure grid references. A super common mistake is mixing up eastings and northings, so just remember the rule. Along the corridor, then up the stairs. You'll also be identifying relief features, figuring out settlement patterns, calculating area, seeing which way a river flows, all of that. You practice these skills over and over, and you'll have this section totally locked down. All right, let's move on to acing the map of India. This is all about precision. If the topo map was about interpretation, this one is all about accuracy and remembering your stuff. Just look at these examples. They give you a really good idea of the huge range of things you need to know. One minute you might be marking physical features like the Satpura Range or the Chota Nagpur Plateau. The next, you could be drawing the path of the southwest monsoon winds. The variety is pretty huge. So what does this mean for you? It means you have to practice these specific tasks. You need to get comfortable shading in different soil types, marking cities with a precise dot, drawing rivers, labeling mountains, the whole shebang. And hey, here's the pro tip. Always use a sharp pencil and be neat. You'd be surprised how many easy marks you can win just by being accurate. Okay, now for the big one. This is maybe the most important change to the ICSE pattern, and it's a massive opportunity for you to score big. We're talking about winning with MCQs. This is a real game changer. 30%. Let that sink in. According to the latest guidelines, a full 30% of your paper is going to be competency-based questions. What does that mean? It means mastering MCQs isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It is absolutely essential if you want a top score.
And you can forget about just memorizing facts and spitting them out. These new MCQs are totally different. They're designed to check if you can actually apply what you've learned. So it's not just about what you know. It's about how you use that knowledge to figure things out. Let's look at a couple of examples so you see what I mean.
First up, you've got these assertion reason questions. Now, here's a simple little trick to solve them. First, just look at the assertion. Is it true? In this case, Mumbai receives more rainfall than Pune. Yep, true. Okay, now look at the reason. Mumbai gets rain from Arabian Sea Branch. Is that true? Yes, it is. Now for the most important part, does the reason actually explain the assertion? Yes, it does. It's that final step, that connection that gets you the point. It's about thinking, not just knowing.
Then you're going to see image-based questions. They'll show you a diagram, like this one of natural vegetation layers, and you have to pick the right answer based on the picture.
This is all about connecting what you see with what you've learned in class. It's a visual test of your knowledge.
Now check out this comparison. This makes it super clear. On the left, a direct knowledge question. Which soil is like red soil? That's just memory. But look at the one on the right. A dairy farmer in Lydiana, to answer that, you can't just list types of transport. You have to think. Milk is perishable, it's a daily supply. Which transport makes the most sense? See the difference? That's application. That is the big shift.
Okay, so we've dissected the paper. We know what's coming with the maps. We know what's up with the new MCQs. The big question is, how do we pull this all together into a strategy that actually works? It's time to go from plan to action.
And here it is, your action plan. It's just 5 simple steps. 1. Master Part I. Go after those 30 compulsory marks first. 2. Daily practice. I mean it. 1 topo map and 1 India map every single day. Make it a habit. 3. Analyze the MCQs. Don't just check your answers. Understand the types of questions, the assertion reason, the image ones. 4. Time yourself. You need to be fast and accurate. And finally, number 5, and this is maybe the most important, focus on understanding the why, not just memorizing the what.
So there you go. That's the complete blueprint for cracking the 2026 ICSE geography paper. You have the map, the path is totally clear. So the only question left is, what's your first move? Which one of these sections are you going to start mastering today?